Good day everyone, I am Madeline P. Berina from 4A1-2BS Criminology, and now I am going to discuss the interview and the interrogation. First is the interview. So, yung interview, ito yung simpleng pagtatanong sa isang tao na pinaniniwalaang may alam na o may impormasyon na may kaugnayan sa investigasyon ng isang crime or ng isang criminal activities. So, sa isang interview, yung ini-interview ay meron siyang pusang loob at nakikipagtulungan siya sa taong nagkakandak ng interview. There are two general kinds of interview. First is the cognitive interview and the question and answer. The cognitive interview, ito yung sinasagawa sa mga merong pusang loob at nakikipagtulungan witnesses kung saan sila mismo yung sila ay binibigyan ng pagkakataon na isalaysar or ikwento yung kanilang nalalaman nang walang any interruption or intervene na galing sa interviewer. Then, after ng salaysay, sasailalim yung saksi or yung witness sa direktang pagtatanong at pagtatanong ulit para linawin yung mga part ng salaysay na binigay niya na hindi clear or maliwanag para mas makabuo ng mas malinaw at complete na larawan ng testimony nila. The second is the question and answer, which is ito yung ang ini-interview ay sumasagot sa mga tanong na binibigay ng investigator. So, dito, yung ini-interview ay inaasahan na sasagot siya based dun sa nalalaman niya according dun sa mga tinatanong sa kanya. Pero, in case na yung tao ay meron siyang low intelligence, yung paggamit ng mga leading questions ay nakakatulong ng malaki sa investigator para makakuha ng buo at tamang information galing sa tao. In interview, there is the golden rule of interview, which is wag kailanman napapayagan ang tagapagtanong o sino man na magsagawa ng interview nang hindi muna sila bumibisita dun sa pinangyarihan ng crime. So, let's proceed to the phases of interview. Ito yung tinatawag na PAL-C. First is the preparation. So, in preparation, kailangan muna na pag-aralan or suriin ng investigator yung mga details mula dun sa pinangyarihan ng crime at yung mga iba pang information according dun para mas maging handa siya sa pagtatanong niya. Second is the A, which is the approach. Ito yung sinasagawa sa pamamagitan ng maingat na pagpili ng investigator ng approach na gagamitin niya or taktika na ginagamit or techniques, which is maybe a single kind or a combination of two or the application of all techniques in interview. The third is the W, which is the warming up. Ito naman yung sinasagawa sa pamamagitan ng paunang mga tanong para ma-eliminate or mabawasan yung tension sa pagitan ng interviewer at saka ng ini-interview at para din ma-clear yung atmosphere at para mag-gain or makuha yung respect and yung trust ng investigator sa ini-interview niya. Last is the cognitive. C is for cognitive interview. So, ito yung time na ina-allow na ng investigator yung subject or yung tao yung ini-interview na i-share yung mga knowledge niya or yung nalalaman niya without any interruption na and intervention. So, there are 5 rules in the interview. First is 1 question at a time. Second, avoid implied answers. Third is simplicity of questions. Fourth is saving face. Fifth is do not ask yes or no answers. Now let us proceed to the ironic format of interview. Ironic format I is identify, which is bago nila simulan yung interview, dapat magpakilala muna yung investigator by providing his or her name, rank, and kung saang agency siya belong. Not unless hindi na kailangan na malaman yung identity ng opisyal na magkakandak ng interview. R is refers to rapport. Ito yung mahalaga na makuha yung positive na damdamin o yung tiwala ng ini-interview sa investigator para mas maging okay yung interaction nila. And also the atmosphere kasi mahalaga yun para kasi mahalaga yun sa investigator na nagkakandak ng interview. O is the opening statement. So, in opening statement, mahalaga na ipabatid ng investigator kung bakit nila kailangan na gawin yung interview at kung ano yung purpose or yung layunin nun. Next is N, which is the narration. So, dito, yung witness or yung saksi ay dapat na i-allow siya ng investigator na i-share yung lahat ng knowledge niya or yung nalalaman niya with those little interruptions na galing sa investigator. I is the I refers to inquiry. So, in inquiry, pagkatapos ng narration din, after nun is the inquiry na. Pagkatapos mag-share ng ini-interview lahat ng knowledge or nalalaman niya about sa crime, tsaka lang siya dapat natanungin ng investigator for the purpose of clarifying the case under sa investigation niya. Last is the conclusion, which is after ng interview na kinandak ng investigator, it was proper to close or yung session with utmost courtesy and also na pag-thank you or by thanking the subject for their participation and cooperation. So, yun yung ironic format ng interview. Now, let us proceed to the interrogation. So, yung interrogation, ito yung masinsinan at confrontational questioning sa isang suspect na ayaw makipagtulungan tungkol sa connection niya or pagkasangkot niya sa isang crime. So, interrogation is confrontational or may confrontation dahil yung investigator ay direct na pinapakita o inilalagay ang pagkakasala sa suspect. So, interrogation is also considered as one of the most difficult but one of the most interesting phase of the criminal investigation and detection because it is the challenging battle of wit between the investigator and the suspect. It is also a mental combat where the weapon is intelligence and the use of art. So, in interrogation, it has 4 main goals. First is to find out the truth about the crime. Second is to obtain an admission or confession of guilt coming from the suspect. Third is to gain or to gather all facts in order for them to determine the methods of modus operandi, and the circumstances of the crime in question. So the last is to collect or to gather all information that guides the investigators to arrive at a logical conclusion. So interrogation has its main purpose. Yung main intention ng interrogation is makakuha nga ng confession or yung pag-amin galing dun sa suspect, and also to learn yung mga mahalagang or important information mula dun sa uncooperative or dun sa suspect or sa witness na ayaw makipagtulungan. So, according to the Lillis and Pagnas 2003, when the accused confessed to the commission of a crime, he or she accepts the facts of constituting the offense, but if he or she interposes self-defense or other exculpatory grounds, then the acknowledgement is not a confession, but it is called as admission. So, I hope you understand the difference between interrogation and interview, and I hope you learn something from it. Thank you.